What does it mean to be embodied?
Well, this might explain that in a way. Um, that one of the metaphors that Wilbur uses for moving into an integral stage is the centaur. And that is the human body with, or the human upper torso with the horse body. The mermaid is also a symbol of that, where there is the human being with all of its rational intelligence, but it's rooted in that deeper evolutionary embodied somatic intelligence that's been built over millions of years, right? Or hundreds of thousands of years or whatever, depends on the species you're stacking yourself on top of. But in any event, that's one thing that Jung said. He said that in his defense of the belief in the collective unconscious, is that our body, with all of its organs, is like a museum of this vast evolutionary journey of physical biological experiments. And the little beta carotene glove that was invented by a prokaryote in the oceans a long time ago is still in your eyes, and it's helping you to see.
Yep.
Right. And and you've got a vertebra. Our whole body is that museum of all of those discoveries over a long time. And he says the psyche too has all of these sediments laid down by different ways of being and knowing from our entire evolutionary history, and that we have access to parts of that. But there's probably a lot more that's there, just like there's a whole deep history in the body. And so the centaur phase, when you're moving into being a centaur, you begin to notice, you become much more aware of your unconscious and your repressive defenses. And as you begin to work through those things, you can find where your body has developed muscular armoring, and you've engaged in repression in different ways. And often that it comes at the cost of having full access to your somatic intelligence and your full embodied being. We're usually pretty armored, neurotic kind of people in modern society. We learn to push away instinctual drives and things and try to focus on very narrow things, but not often in a very intelligent way. So our body ends up being stifled.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people, as they move into like existential phases of life where they begin to question what has everything been about and who am I, there's a whole deep opening up to the experiential field of the body again, and beginning to learn to listen to it and rely on it and connect to it in ways that maybe you haven't felt in a long time. I know in psychotherapy and even just in my daily experience, when you ask somebody, okay, feel your body, or what are you feeling right now? A lot of people, especially very orange rational people, they can't even connect to that.
Yep.
They can't tell you what they're feeling. And so
Yep.
that's what it means to be disembodied. So it's bringing back in that deep connection.